Whenever you're ready, grab your bolsters. I always like to slip out from underneath the knees, lie down on the back. Stretch out nice and wide. 5-pointed star. The 5 points are the hands, the feet, and the head. And as you stretch out, right, really start to expand with the breath. We've been talking about this week by week, feeling this circular motion of breathing through inhalation and exhalation. And as it moves through the body, your circulation is increasing your respiration. Or vice versa, your respiration is increasing your circulation. And so it's really important to feel the internal movement, not just the external stuff, but in that stillness, in that not doing, that's where you really get to experience the more subtle doing. And the subtle doing is the breathing. And that we're gonna get a lot of autonomic arousal and change when it comes to our nervous system. So anything to do with our nerves, anything to do with our immune system, it's all gonna be affected by today's class as we stretch and strengthen together. All right, great crew today. So it's great to see everyone here today. Remember, this class is dedicated to you and your practice. So whatever is in your ability to do, do so. Whatever is not, take a break, rest, relax. We're going to focus again, picking up where we left off with the core, continuing our journey from nose to toes, not just physically, but also emotionally. And that's where the prana comes in. That's where the breathing comes in. So the physical level is level 1, and you all know that level. So today we're going to again really encourage a strong movement toward level 2. And level 2 is toward the pranic. So even as I sit here, like you see me, I'm not really moving, but as I start to breathe, and as I'm doing this, I'm squeezing internally on the exhale, right? I'm toning my abdomen. And this was something Jamie and I were talking about. As you exhale, you can actually push, and get a core workout whenever you exhale. Because every exhale, you can squeeze nice and strong, and push, and push, and push. And then you'll feel like all the muscles like realigning, reconnecting, snapping into each other. And so as you inhale, that's your rest. That's where you expand. That's where you become whole, right? You reach that, and you feel what your body feels like whole. And then as you exhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hi, Julia. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're just about to get started. I just put everyone in 5-pointed stars, so everyone is just down here like this with the bolster or block or blanket, whatever.
Okay.
And we're just practicing our breathing, really deep breathing, and seeing on the exhale if we can get our abdomen to squeeze, get it nice and tight. And of course, you can always poke around with your fingers, right? Actively engaging in the core, right? Physically actively engaging, but also emotionally through the breathing. And then there's my level, which is the teaching, which is the third level, which is being able to explain the interaction between the physical and the emotional, right? And that's what we would draw in as the mental, right? Or awareness of the two. So your whole practice can begin how it finishes. We can start how we finish. And so knowing how you're going to feel at the end, right? That's the mental, that's the manomaya kosha. And so that prana right now that you're filling up on, you know there are things that are going to be tough. You know there are things that are going to be difficult. You know there's going to be challenge. But if you set your intention through the physical and the energetic towards the mental, through it all the way to the end of class. You can start how you finish. That good feeling can be there with you throughout the entire journey because you know why you showed up, and 90% is showing up. And so the next 10% is all we have to do, right? We're already 90% there just by being here together. So 10% is what we have to do in the next hour together. So let's take one more deep breath in 5-pointed star. And then slowly, gently, whenever you're ready, slowly bringing the knees up towards the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. And again, having that bolster block pillow, right, as a support to just lift you up. And again, we've been playing more and more without the bolster, which has been great for our training. So again, here you're feeling it in the lower back by drawing the knees in and out, rolling through the tailbone. Rolling through the tailbone, right? This class is dedicated to moving from the hips through the heart to the head. We're untying the granthis. We're stretching and strengthening simultaneously. So for right now, this is our warm-up, getting ready. Let's feel a few times. Good, and now releasing. Keep the tailbone. Tilt and release. Tilt and release. And all you're doing is drawing the toes to the floor by tipping the tailbone. And then by drawing the tailbone towards you, knees come towards shoulders. Down and up. Right? If you'd like to do the hand action, you can. But better than the hand action is the breath. Right? I like to do a full round inhale up. I keep holding the inhale, then I exhale up. And I keep going with the exhale. Then I inhale again, and then hold, and then exhale. Right? You could do this for 2 or 3 rounds, right? The breath can follow any schedule. Just remember, whatever you're doing, to remember that as you're doing it, right, you want to get to that feeling at the end of class, right? That state of bliss, joy, happiness, health, and wellness. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rocking out again. Expand your limbs, feet, arms. Stretch, 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 stretch. And let's do one Brahmari here. Deep breath in. Good, beautiful. From here, now we have straight legs. Okay, so the legs are straight, they're out on the floor. We're going to do the same movement, but this time we're really going to have to tuck our tailbone. So as you can see here, I'm already starting the movement. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. And then once I squeeze the glutes, then I start to lift my legs. And I'm doing it very slowly to show you that the way I want you to do this is with your hips. And then once you get to this point, right, yours could be here or here, even further back. But regardless, once you get to here where you're like, oh, I can't go any further, that's great. Slowly start to lower with the tailbone. Again, squeeze the glutes, right? Stabilize everything. Lower down and just relax. And then again, when you're ready, right? Move through the fingertips, move through the head, move through the toes, right? And as you do this, again, fire up the legs, fire up the glutes, right? And lift through the tailbone. And you'll notice there'll be a sacred tremor. It'll go, right? And that's what we're working through, nice and slowly, right? Start with the physical, and then slowly, slowly evolve with the breathing, right? The breathing becomes most important. So I'll demonstrate. I'll inhale, right? Straighten legs, right? Curl toes, whatever feels right. Fire glutes. And then I start to lift with my tailbone, holding my breath. And then once I get to that point where I feel stable, nice, gentle release. I hold. I inhale. As I lower down, once I get to that hard part, which is right around 45 degrees, maybe holding the breath so it supports my tailbone as I learn to lower down, squeezing glutes, and then get to the bottom. Exhale, let it go. Right? So we're inhaling, locking, stabilizing, using our tailbone to lift up, 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 up. You'll get lots of creaks and cracks out of this movement. And then again, same thing as before. Exhaling up here, relaxing. And then when you're ready again, inhale. Right, that'll help with the stability, lowering down the legs. And then exhale. Let it go. Good, we're gonna do 10 more seconds, not 10 more, just 10 more seconds. So get as many rounds as you can in for the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into chest, give yourself a nice squeeze, and then very quickly, clockwise motion around the world. And again, clockwise motion around the world, it's all done through the hips. So again, demonstrating with the hands, right? You see, curls towards you, it moves away. So I'm always doing this. When you see me making these circles, curl toward, curl away. Arms spread out, up overhead or to your side. You can even look in the opposite direction, right? Just let it flow, let it go. Really opening up this area that we see, that we feel, that we know is the center of our core, right at our solar plexus, right? I would say the solar plex area is between the two power centers, right? Which is your hips and your heart. So of course, that area is going to be center, but we don't always lead with the solar plexus, right? We lead more with the heart, we lead more with the hips. So although it's the center, it may not be the area that you apply your main focus to. Good, other direction, moving in opposite way. Again, just noticing that area in the solar plexus and noticing where you're moving from. Again, the mental level comes after the pranic level or the breathing or the emotional, right? First, we have to have the raw experience with the physical body, right? Is there pain? Is there stress? Is there tension? We have to release that from our body. That's why yoga is all about liberation, right? The first start to all of our practices is always about getting out of our own way. And then once we're out of our own way, then we can follow the path we were always meant to walk, because nothing is preventing us from walking it. Or being deluded, or in delusion, right? Or illusion, right? External. So whether it's delusion, internal, illusion, external, right? Remembering that this is something we all experience, and so we need to clear the way through liberation, and then through realization, see things as they are, where the experience and the knowledge of experience become one. Awesome, guys. Knees into chest, give yourself a nice squeeze. Point toes, curl toes, right? Just getting them ready, fire up the toes. right? This is great for our ankles. We always do different variations of this movement, but really important to work that area. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heel. Right? And if you want to, let's go up to straight legs. Get those legs straight, toes, right? You're doing the same move, right? Just with straight legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Good. And let's start to bicycle the legs now. Let that energy flow all the way through the body. See if you can just slightly graze the floor, right? Slightly grazing the floor with the feet. Nice and easy. See if you can open up, kick as high up towards the ceiling as you can. Let's really open up everything. Right? It's like treading water. Right? The larger the movement, the more effortless it is. Right? Getting more surface area. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. Knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. All right, fantastic. Soles of the feet to the floor. Right, hands to the floor. Right, lift your hips up high. Bring your hands to the side of the bolster and just to the upper part of the back. Okay, we're not going to come up just yet. See if you can bring your tailbone to the floor. And once you have your tailbone for your floor, lift up just like we do, but just come up and down. Moving with the bolster, up and down, finding a comfortable place. Then you just practice some of your sit-ups, right? Just curling the back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lift up your hips up high. Bring that bolster away from you. So now you don't need it. You can put it in the background. Perfect. Lay back down on the floor and relax your back. One of the ways I like to do that is just by pulsing the hips, right? So it's like I'm going up into bridge, but I'm just doing a little, and it's just a tap, tap, tap. Like some people who've done Kundalini know we go much harder, but just nice and light to wake up the tailbone. Just feeling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and all I'm doing is curl, drop, right? Curl, drop, right? Nice and fast, 2, and 1. Beautiful, guys. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Open up the arms, stretch out, reach out. Good, and let's keep untangling those hips, right? A lot of the power of the core comes from the hips. So in order to do that, we have to abduct and adduct, right? We got to bring the legs apart. We got to bring the legs together. So we've been working on that in the last few weeks. So we're going to take the right leg, cross it over the left. Once we have that, bring it together. This is known as shoelace, right? So you're either grabbing here or you're grabbing out here at the feet and just allowing everything to stretch nice and long. Head is relaxed, right? Arms are relaxed. And then tilt tailbone, tilt tailbone, tilt tailbone, release tailbone, push it away. Bring it towards you, tilt it away. So you can do this from here, right? It's not with my arms though, it's with my tailbone, right? Or down here. And as you can see, really when I stretch it out with the legs here, with the feet, you can see it's not my arms, it's my tailbone. Tailbone. 10. Make sure your neck stays long. If you need to take your neck off the floor, that's great too. Keep everything curling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lying back on the ground, relax. Keep your legs where they are. Just let them kick out a little bit. Good. And if you can, now as we're kicking, we're trying to bring that top leg underneath. Right? So the top leg comes underneath. Right? So we're working on our eagle pose. Right? If we're working on eagle pose and you're here, right? So I'll flip around. If you can't get the foot all the way underneath, that's okay, you're working on it, right? Ugh, it's hard. But if you can, then it just slips in, right? Move the legs around to help you get into this position. So these are eagle legs. You're either working on eagle legs or you got it. If you got it, great. We're gonna up and hold and then draw the knees into the chest. 10, 9, 8. This is a hard one. 7. So we're only doing it 10 seconds. 6. And we've been building up for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie back. Hold the position for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try and bring those knees in towards your chest, relaxing now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. This is a tough one. All right. New moves. New moves. New moves. Side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aho, relax. Sole foot to the floor. Again, let's keep holding this position up. So now we're in pigeon now. So now we're opening up just one side. Perfect. Bring in towards your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next 10, lift head off the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Again, side to side. Nice and easy now. You'll feel it more in the upper back. Right, we're getting through the journey of our yoga, right? It's a gentle journey. And again, what are we aiming toward? What's our intention at first? Liberation, right? We want to be free. Because we can't do anything worthwhile unless we are free. So we have to free ourselves. That's the liberation. And then once we are free, we know we're free. We can feel it. And that's the realization. Now what can be achieved? And it's not chronological. And it's not based on any sort of particular teaching. It is the sort of universal consciousness. That liberation and realization are like yin and yang for yoga practice. Good, guys, beautiful. Now that we've had some chance to relax, let that leg loose. And now switch over to the other leg. This time left leg over top of right. We're gonna stop right here, right? Bring our knees in towards our chest. And give ourselves a nice squeeze again. Just taking it easy at first, just feeling that internal rotation. And then from that internal rotation, you can keep grabbing knees, or you can grab the feet, right? And just playing, bringing it in, bringing it out. Right, you'll feel it. It's my job to make sure you guys are in a constant state of feeling. Always feeling. Because that feeling is always going to bring you to a decision. Has this been liberated? Is there something here that needs to be let go? Right? Over time will be as obvious as, is the room clean? Right? For some people, they look at a room, they're like, yes, it's clean. For others, they're like, no way, not clean at all. Good. Now, if you'd like, lift head off the ground. Right? Moving through a couple times. Good, and back down. Awesome. We're gonna work now on hooking it. I'm gonna turn my angle so you can see, right? So I'm here in the cross. Now I wanna get that inward, right? So in order to do that, you gotta work a little bit, right? You gotta try and get your body together and get that hooking, right? So it takes time. And again, you always know you have it when you can do it without grabbing, but that takes time. And you don't want to force, but you do want to start to get it there. Bring it in towards each other. So really work on those knees and you'll have some good effects. Awesome. Once you're in the position though, up we go. Knees into chest. Knees into chest. You'll feel it right in here. 10. Oh yeah. 9. 8. 7. Hollow that area out. 6. 5. 4. We call this eagle sit-ups. 2. 1. Lie down, right? Keep going. 10. 9. 8. 7. Relax your head. 3. 2. And 1. Uncross the legs right into your pigeon pose. And once you find your pigeon pose, just relax. And then slowly start to bring that leg up. Keep working it. Keep feeling it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Oh, there's nothing quite like working on the ground. Get perfect alignment. Gravity flowing through your body, allowing the natural alignment to unfold. Good, awesome guys. Once you're here, soles of the feet to the floor. Good, hands on thighs. Reach up towards knees. Good, 10. Feel. 9. Tuck chin. 8. And all you're doing is working this area. 7. Tuck. Tuck. 6. You can put your hands here and feel it. Right in the solar plex. 5. 4. 3. Always breathing, always feeling. My breath is my teaching. Right? I'm exhaling through that breath. 2. And 1. Relax down. Knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And let's bicycle our legs. Right? Let's feel what that feels like without the bolster now. Spine is long. Right? Tuck chin. You may notice when you're on the ground a need to have your head off the ground. Right? That's because you want to bring your spine, your lower back down. Right? So you can do it from here, but it's easier to push the lower back down when you weight it more with a curve. So again, if you have issues in the lower back, you'll want to tuck your chin or take a little break, right? Either way, feel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. Right into our version of stirrup. Look forward. We practice this a lot in yin class. And now you know why, right? You feel it. Right? You're working on the strength side. And I just want to keep encouraging all those people who are coming to this class. Right? Just like we used to have at the studio, one following the other. Same thing, right? A practice is not an hour. A practice can be 2 hours, it can be 2 days, it can be 2 months, it can be a lifetime. Right? So we extend the practice from yang to yin. And I just want to give those who have been coming out the experience of why we do these postures and why they affect us, right? Rather than have such a long latency between the two classes. Just drawing in that consciousness today to this class. Good, guys. From here, we're into Happy Baby. And when you're in Happy Baby, don't hesitate to make it a playful baby, right? This is an yin class, right? Much more dynamic here. Right? Want to get that core operating, functioning, want to liberate, right? Get out of our own way. It's always the way I see liberation, right? Getting out of our own way. And then realization, what is that way, right? Which way do we naturally go, right? What's our authentic self? Beautiful. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, guys. Hands on knees, tuck chin, keep your arms straight, right? And we can get the rock like this, or we can just get the rock by simply, literally leading with the heart. Heart back, heart forward. Heart back, heart forward. Always keeping chin tucked, So it actually feels good. Oh, so good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up we go, right into our forward fold. Relaxing here into the forward fold. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Right? It doesn't have to be narrow. It can be if it wants to be. It can be wide too. Right? Just find a comfortable distance that works for you and start to work. Good Alexis, good Brenda, good Fran, good Julia, good Heather, good Jackie, good Jamie, good Susan, right? Everyone is good, right? Phase 1 is done, right? Phase 1 is done. We're moving on to phase 2 as we continue through our warm-up now into the core movements of the core. Good. One Brahmari to clear. Deep breath in. All right. Today's is going to be an interesting change from our usual sort of scheduled programming. So just slowly come up and watch me. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to extend out. I'm going to come back up, tuck chin, and work my way up. Again, slowly. This is a movement we usually do at the end of class to see how all our movements have paired together. But now we're going to try it at the beginning, right? Just as a warm-up. Well, as a threshold between a warm-up and, of course, an actual training. All right, so again, we're warming up because we're doing the full movement. Right? Our body is still getting connected. But this is an essential core movement because why? This is how a human being gets up from the ground, literally. Right? Starting from the head, right? Head lifts off the ground. Right? Once head lifts off the ground, shoulders back. Psoas contracts. That's what kind of hovers your feet. Right? Forward and back. Right, you notice the more you can go forward and back, always start with the hands on thighs so you get the exact same lift every time. You see that curl? That's what's important. Right? And the more you can curl, so look, like the more you can push all this back, right, all this area back as you push back, right, the more you're going to get out of the movement as you move forward and as you move back. Good. 10. 9. Really find that breath now. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And our final one, we're going right into forward fold. And hold that forward fold. Right, hold that forward fold. Enjoy that forward fold, right? Remember, forward fold is one of our foundations. Liberation, this word that seems maybe idiosyncratic or idealistic, right, is really applied in this posture because we repeat this posture time and time again. It's continuous. And so you're constantly reinforcing the ability to liberate, right? Liberate, literally, let it go, let it go. Any feeling, any thought, any emotion, any stressor, right? Everything is being released, being let go. Notice my hand, right? I'm just showing you visually the feeling of progression, of moving forward inch by inch, or centimeter by centimeter, or more realistically, let's say you're all the way at the deepest level, right? Now it's like millimeter by millimeter. And it's usually determined by how much you can bring that belly button in on the exhale. And again, timing it with your movement, timing it with your forward fold. Nice long break here. Active, but nice long time to recover. Breathing all the way in, breathing all the way out. Good. When you're ready, we're going to do one Brahmari to clear. Deep breath in. Awesome, guys. Beautiful work. Slowly, gently coming up. Good. We're going to keep working without a bolster just for a little while longer. Again, change the pace, alter it from other classes. Remember, it's all different variations of the same form. Core is core, nose to toes, right? But how we access it is variety. And that's why so blessed always to have you guys showing up. No one misses anything. And we're constantly building. And it's amazing how it's like a scaffolding of micro movements, small, tiny victories or incremental growth in the right direction. Where's the right direction? Once you liberate yourself, whatever that is, the right direction appears to you, right? And that's the beauty, because it is your direction. You don't have to go anywhere. So we're gonna start with right foot up. And again, we're gonna get that feeling. We're gonna build it up over 3 stages today. Some people like to clasp fingers. I'm not the biggest fan of clasping fingers. I just like to make cups. Again, this is more of a jiu-jitsu teaching. If you do this can be very detrimental if you're really pulling. So doing what we call a seatbelt grip, grabbing hold of someone like this is actually much stronger. So grabbing onto yourself, you'll give yourself that strength on the knee. And again, you'll notice me, I just go in and out. Because at first, I'm not sure, right? My heart goes forward. I want to touch my knee to my heart, right? Or at least my pec, right? Shoulder, like we do on the ground. And then I want to push my heart back, see if I can touch the floor. Of course, I'm not going to be able to because I'm holding my leg. I'd only be able to if I could lie down, which we're going to do in just a second. So it starts like that, teaching you how to push heart forward, heart back, heart forward, heart back, which we just did. But now feel free to push all the way back, lie down on the ground, and then lead with the leg, right? Lead with the tailbone. Lie back, heart forward, and then heart in front. Heart back, heart in front. 10. 9. Right? My chin is always staying tucked. 8. 7. 6. So you're bringing it in, you're strengthening, but you're also stretching. 5. Right? Look at the cool move. Release, bring in. Release, bring in. New moves. 2. And last one. 1. Relax, come back up. Switch legs. This move is not hard, right? This move is just repetitive, and you feel it, right? Back, forward, back, forward. Nice stretch. It's all about your heart. And then heart goes back, knee into chest, knee forward, which is coming from the hip, heart forward. So heart back, hip up, hip forward, heart back, So the hip is coming up and then hip forward and then heart forward, right? So timing the movement. Good. 10, 9, stretch, strengthen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming forward, forward fold. Great job, guys. Stretch into that forward fold, stretch in that forward fold. And again, you're thinking heart to knees, hands to feet, forehead to floor, stack, stack, like a Pac-Man, right? Slowly, slowly getting into that flat position because you're moving into it, moving, diving, 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 hinging, right? Or bending from underneath the belly button. So that whole area, right, has to go inward, right? And so if there's fat there, we want to get rid of that fat, right? By massaging it, by moving it, right? By breathing, right? Watching on the screen, right? Seeing all the movement you can get here, that's all toning your abdominals, right? Breathing, feeling, connecting, right? This is much of a core movement. Although it's a release, it's a relax, right? You can also find within it the core again. So we never really stop. We just keep going. It's just kind of the sort of resting or relaxing phases. The core is more subtle. Whereas when we turn it up, it's more active and intense. So great job, guys. One Brahmari to clear. Deep breath in. Awesome, beautiful. Good. Now we're gonna do the same move. Okay, so with the leg, right leg this time, we're gonna hold, we're gonna lie back, right? So you're in that beautiful kind of in-between place. And when you feel it, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And when you're ready, go up with your heart and balance. Because if you go down with your heart, you're going down, right? So up with the heart. Heart and knee are coming together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Hiya. So nice. Squeeze glutes, release glutes, squeeze glutes, release glutes, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Breathe in. Side out. Really hollow it out. The more you exhale, the more you're gonna feel like bubble pop. It's up. So the more you can get to the exhale, 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 hold, hold, squeeze, you're popping the bubble wrap. Good, guys, fantastic. Curl up, reach for toes once again. Good, and this time left leg, right? Again, clasp hands, lean back. And then once you kind of feel that you're in that sweet spot, right? Heart forward, heart back, heart forward, heart back, heart forward, heart back. When you're ready to let go, heart forward, let go. And then slowly bring it together, heart to knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, forward fold, and 1. Relax. Yeah. Good. Stretch, 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 stretch. So we're getting a lot of that stability, right? We talk about it all the time. Sometimes the muscle needs to become fatigued, right? And that's what brings it its strength. Sometimes that fatiguing happens much quicker, and we call it twitch, right? Twitch muscle. It's like just pound away at it really fast, like playing a drum. But other things, it's like playing didgeridoo. It's a long, breathing, trance-like journey to connect with that inner space, that inner place of peace, stillness, strength, and fluidity or flexibility. Good, guys. From here, one primary to clear. Deep breath in. Good, guys. Fantastic. Now from here, we're going to take that bolster back. We're going to use it once again. And this time, right, bring it to where the tailbone is, no sitting on it, so it should be loose, right? And then lie back, right? And again, we've talked about this. This is our position. This is our J curve. They call it in Pilates, right? And this ability to curl, 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 and then you can curl lower and up, until eventually, right, you can reach. If your bolster is bigger, you might be looking back. Just remember, tuck chin first and then come up. All right? And then come up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Best part, 1. Lie down. Right, soles of the feet to the floor. Massage your back body now on the bolster, on the blanket, right? Feel as you do this, working out that whole backside. Sometimes it feels like there's a championship belt, right? Not down here, but up here. You know, the big championship belts. This area can stretch all the way around. But instead of feeling like a champion, you may be feeling a little bit like someone becoming a champion, which is not a champion at all, right? Someone who's becoming a champion is training, is working, right? It's not golden yet. It doesn't feel that way. But one day they put the belt on, right? And that just represents this area, golden area, this power, right? Release it, right? Liberate it. And over time, you'll start to realize just how amazing, how much healing this strength has within itself. Good, fantastic. Get yourself in a comfortable position. Again, bolsters in a good way, no problem here. You can let your legs go straight and then look straight up in the air and then lift up. So the heart is going up, right? And I'm looking up, and that's the hinge. 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 Up we go. Hinge. Leading with the heart. Up. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Lie down, relax, stretch it out. And rocking out through all that connective tissue in the rib cage. Side lateral chain, back lateral chain. Just get it moving and grooving. Let gravity do the work, right? Remember, you're on a planet called Earth, circling around the sun. That's what creates this invisible force known as gravity. So we're receiving all this beautiful starlight right now in the form of an invisible force known as gravity. Right? The more you can feel that, the more you can imagine how true liberation is, how possible it is, how accessible in every moment. Good, guys. We're taking a nice long break here. Good. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor, and then side to side. Side to side. And again, this is more that twitch style, right? Hand open, hand close, right? Reach, 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 right? You don't have to do the hand thing. It's just what is happening in your body, right? One side is open, the other side is closed. We're going back and forth like a metronome. Right? The faster we go, the more width there is, the harder it is. Good. 10, 9, burn it out. Break it down to break through. Break it down to break through. Give in, don't give up, right? Just slow it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Massage it out again. Third round. Get all that stuff from the back side out through the front side. Oh. Don't underestimate the importance of breathing. All right, awesome, guys. Again, soles of the feet onto the floor. Look up. This is our last one, and we're going to take a nice break. Fingertips to one side, fingertips to the other side. It's like holding a ball, or you're bringing it up over your head and swinging it. Right? That's the harder version. Right? The easier version is just side to side. That's not that easy either, but it's a little bit easier. Going all the way back and all the way up is harder. So doing what you wish to do for 10. There you go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come up. 1, hiya, flip the bolster, right? And let's lie down onto our heart centers. Right? Nothing needs to be said. Everything is just perfect as it is. So nice 3-minute break here. You've done so well. And again, these are these little Shavasana moments, right? Of course, it's not Shavasana, it's a modified version. This is fish pose, right? And so we get to feel it supported, heart opens, it's wonderful. We get to breathe into this back bend, relieving the lower back. Now working a little bit higher now, from the hips to the heart. So where we rest in forward fold, now we're resting in backward bend. So we're countering, counter stretching. Feel it if there's emotions within oneself, right? Crack open the chest, right? Open the heart center, let it circulate. Remember, gravity is coming through like a waterfall. Just like having dirt, right? An internal emotion is just like having some dust or dirt, right? Just, it's not bad, it's just not clean, meaning it's not from you, it's from somewhere else or someone else. And you're just a part of it interacting, but it's got stuck to you. So we want to clean it, we want to get rid of it, right? Gravity is that water, right? The asana right now is hitting the water right in the spot. It's like showering. You got soap on your head, you're washing your chest, right? Your head's not in the water. It's only until your head goes under the water that you get the water to clean whatever, the soap. Same with this, right? This posture puts us exactly where we need to be so gravity can push down and through. And so by breathing, that's the ultimate level, because now you're working with it internally, and then the awareness, the manomaya kosha, starts to develop rather than thinking about things or feeling things, right? These thinking and feelings start to turn into awarenesses. You're aware of the thought, you're aware of the feeling. It's a little different than having a thought or a feeling. That's more of a reactive state or a state of rumination. When you're in yoga, you want to allow the mind or the body to do whatever it wants to do, but not to engage it in that way, right? You're engaging it in a way to liberate, to open its hand, to release itself, right? This is not to make things worse. This is to make things far, far better. And how can we promise that? Well, it's far, far better because it's within you to do. right? This is not something you have to buy. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to borrow it. It's not something you can steal, right? It's something earned, right? It's earned because it's within you already. And so the acceptance of what it is, experiencing all these beautiful, strong emotions, and being able to endure with gratitude. The power of your intention carries you through. Let's do one Brahmari to clear, deep breath in. Awesome, guys. Relaxing the head side to side. Feel, feel, feel. And gently, slowly come up halfway. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Reach for your knees. Right? And if you can grab them, just start to roll around here a little bit. Forward and back. Remember, heart back, heart forward. Heart back, heart forward. This just creates a nice movement in the T12 vertebrae, right where the solar plex moves upward towards the heart and downwards towards the hips. All right, good job, guys. And folding forward, nice and easy. You can keep the bolster behind you, right? We're gonna use it in just a second. I just changed my direction. And just feel your forward fold now. It's incredible how much it's changed. Perhaps how sensitive your body is now. Right, get into that feeling from the counter stretch down to back into our forward fold. Connecting with that breath. Remember, stress is something that needs to be liberated. Fat is something that needs to be liberated. Fatigue is something that needs to be liberated. Digestive issues are things that need to be liberated. So all these things don't need to change, right? They don't need to evolve. They just need to be liberated. They need to be released from that which is no longer serving us, right? And it needs to let go of its negative, and then it becomes neutral. And from neutral, we work on it to become positive, right? Take weakness. Our weakness is just our next strength waiting for us. Good. One Brahmari to clear. Deep breath in. Nice, guys. Now we're going to be moving slowly, just bring the soles of the feet towards squat and just move from side to side, right? I'm supporting myself with my hands and just moving side to side, nice and gentle. Good. I might want to reach with one hand, good. And then reach with the other hand. And again, to the point where your heels want to come off the ground. Don't let them, right? Reach, right? Keep your feet flat. And then switch. And then reach. Stretch. Feel that connection. And back. And one more time. Reach. And once you have the reach, come forward right into your squat. And bounce, and bounce, and bounce. And bounce, and bounce, and bounce. So again, that's a move you can practice, right? Reach, right? And you push with the back hand and it kind of slips you right in. Perfect. I'll show it again. Reach, bang, right? I go back, I reach, and then this hand can come up, and then that just gives me just that second more time that I need to transition, right? So if you're still practicing it, great. If not, you're holding your squat. We're loading the joints. Very, very important. This is actually going to be our closing posture today. We had a nice, long, beautiful practice today. Really proud of everyone. A lot of hard work today. And you'll notice once I'm in squat, I just gently roll forward and back, nice and easy. Right, gently rolling forward and back, nice and easy. Right, no rush. Right, feeling that connection through the heels. Good, and for the next minute, shifting the weight left and right, shifting the weight left and right, shifting the weight left and right, moving it around. Shifting the weight left and right. Shifting the weight left and right. Hands out in front, right? Now the hands are in front. Spider-Man, right? We've talked about this. Right. Oh, there it is for me, right? Just moving it around. Good. And now lift your heels up high, right? Lift your heels up high. Come up on your toes and see if you can balance. All right, this is great. Everyone stay here. Super yogis, when you're ready to start trying, bounce, 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 bounce. And now watch me, slowly, and then back down. And then slowly, and then back down, right? We don't have to go up all the way, right? Just slowly, and then back down. This is just for strength. 10. 9, slowly, even if it's just a centimeter. 8, 7, 6, 5, fire it up. It's all in the core. 3, 2, and 1. Best part, lie back down and Shavasana. Right? And you can feel it, that strength. And we just did down, down, down between our knees and our hips. And now from our hips to our heart, place our hands just on our heart center. We're going to do one Brahmari. After the Brahmari, open up your palms, full Shavasana. Deep breath in. And relax those arms outward. Remember, Shavasana is your time for integration, where gravity from the sun flows through you. All that energy, all that power. When people talk about healing, sometimes they make us feel that it needs to be done to us. But the truth is, healing comes from within. Right? Healing can also come external as well, of course, but the whole purpose of your Shavasana is to manifest your degree of healing energy for yourself. That's all you have to do, is just be yourself and let yourself do what it naturally does. That's the secret of finding the deepest power reservoir within you, when it's just something you are. And so it just emanates, it vibrates. The healing energy has nothing to impede itself, right? It's been liberated. Everything that could have stopped it is gone. So the realization is that it flows nose to toes, that your core is your healing energy. And your healing energy is here to help you strengthen and become strong. Perhaps even just an increment stronger than you are right now. Because that's your true strength. Your true strength is potential. Your real strength is always working towards that potential. So it's not about being perfect, but practicing perfectly. And this notion of the practice. Practicing perfectly is practicing every day. So let's take a deep breath in, feel our daily practice. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Breathe from that heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale, right from that heart center. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Rocking head side to side. Twinkling fingers like stars. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Tuck chin. And feel free to rock yourself up or to come up any way you feel comfortable. And once we're in a comfortable seated position, let's go through our spine from the lowest vertebra all the way to the highest. Moving all the way through the spine. Then remember, if there's any discomfort, if there's any area that feels tight, stay there. Close your eyes, go inside, and visualize yourself creating an inner fire. Right? To free yourself of any impurities, of any disconnection, right? Of any dis-ease or discomfort. Right? Free yourself of the distance. Free yourself of the dis. Instead of disliking it, just like it. Instead of feeling discomfort, just be comfort. It's amazing how the mind, if it's allowed to liberate itself, can free itself and not just evolve, but find its most authentic self. And slowly release the arms, let them go, let them flow. Just let them open up, feeling that energy within and around you. And as you feel the energy in and around you, you're feeling that heart center. That heart center is an abode of love. It's your greatest spiritual retreat. It's your greatest teacher. It's been there and supported you your whole life and will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Just imagine giving loving energy to your heart center. Your heart center is always giving energy outward, but isn't it wonderful to receive it inward? And not to anyone else, but to ourselves. This is an exercise in self-love and self-discovery. How does it feel? Do you feel like you're wasting time? Because time is again of the mind. And the idea of waste is again of the mind. So liberate yourself from the idea and see things as they are. Loving energy comes out from the heart. Loving energy comes through your fingers and back into the heart. We're going to chant the mantra Om. As we do, we're going to slowly bring the palms together, sealing this beautiful intention of liberation and realization. Deep breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. In your hearts, in your lives, and everything that you see, are, and be, divine in me shares the divine in you. In love, with love, through love. Thank you everyone for coming out today. Great work. Namaste. Yay! Woohoo!
Great, Alex.
Great class, guys.
Great class, Alex. Thank you.
Right? Strong. Kia. Kia. I love you ladies. Keep being strong. It's so incredible.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you guys.